The following video was captured by two young friends who were driving on a road in the fields that was owned by one of their family members. They do this ever so often when hanging out on the weekends. Tonight was a bit strange, however, because they thought to have seen something in the distance and kept driving towards it.
My camera can't f***ing pick it up. What are those?
Dude.
What are those? Why does it look like they have heads? Bro, that's actually people. Bro!
Please just get out of here, dude.
It's quite strange how several pairs of what appears to be torsos, dressed in white, can be seen, lined up next to each other. The two believed that this perhaps had been a cult that was trespassing and maybe even performing some form of ritual. But if that's not the case, what could we be looking at here exactly? Pretty creepy encounter though, that's for sure. The next really unsettling clip has been shared by Sue LCR94 and it appears to feature a creepy looking thing that was positioned behind her husband while he was holding their baby. All of this was documented by their baby monitor, and when Sue realizes what got captured, she decided to share it with her audience.
So my husband's rocking the baby to sleep. And does anyone see this creepy figure on the floor behind them? What is that? It looks like there's like legs and arms and a head. What?
Let's take a closer look at that sighting. What are we working with here? Well, the first thing that pops to mind is just smudge on the lens. But is it really? Other viewers of hers pointed out that it could also be the spirit of a dog, which of course is also likely, if it is paranormal after all. What do you see in that apparition? Is it anything paranormal? Or are we looking at something else here? And now another Reddit submission by user Renaissance Thought. I don't know if I can say that. Well, let's see. The video's labeled "This isn't a Halloween haunted house. It's part of a factory my brother worked in." Okay. Oh wow. The chains? What is that? I'm really confused. It looks so cool. A hallway full of chain links? Is that on a No, it's not. Wow. What is that black thing? What's that? Huh? Is it in a tunnel? It's so odd. Okay, I guess we don't see that thing anymore, huh? It's probably gone now and it doesn't turn around either. So he must have been talking about this here. And I just read the comments and the uploader says that there was nobody else in there and it did not see anything at the time. So we have to ask ourselves here, what's going on here? It looks like a headless figure. Like moving its arms like that somehow? Could it be? Wow. And a little bit unsettling, a little bit nightmarish, a little bit creepy, because I don't know what kind of factory that's supposed to be and what they're building here. Maybe somebody could give me like a hint of what I'm looking at here, but this is really mysterious. What do you think could that be, guys? I mean, is it easily explainable? If it was not a fellow co-worker? This could be something from a different dimension. The following video was shared by Sherman O'Neill, who is the owner of a local trucking business in Oklahoma. He states that a driver of his had captured something rather unsettling one night while being on the roads to deliver a freight. He was so freaked out about this incident that the driver contacted Sherman immediately. Apparently, the driver saw something on the road, and after realizing this, he pulled over to check if anybody got hurt. But there was no trace of anybody.
Yeah. Let it roll. Come on. Come on, let it roll. Right there. Whoosh.
Whoa.
It looks like a child in some form of old clothing, maybe a dress perhaps. Of course, it's almost impossible for a single child to be out there alone at night, walking the highway in pitch darkness. Which is why they believe this could actually be a ghost. What do you think? I actually don't have another explanation for it. Now we want to take a look at a security camera situated in front of an open parking area at an unknown location. It's quite strange since as the car pulls up, we do have to realize that nobody seems to be sitting in it. Of course, the security guard believes this to be a prank at first and is walking around the car to see what exactly is going on. But then he gets spooked right out of his trousers as a strange object is moving out of the top of the car. Some people believe that this was a weird spirit encounter, but of course this also could have been all a well-orchestrated hoax. The video quality is not that great, so I think it will unfortunately stay a pixelated mystery. This is another really intriguing recording. It was apparently shared by a family member of the Dark Dimension. Security guards noticed something really awe-transpiring right in front of the building they were surveilling. The figure of a woman seems to have made it onto the property, and nobody knew who she was or where she came from. And she disappeared as mysteriously as she appeared. They had never seen such an event transpiring there, so some say that this probably was a ghost lady who manifested and who we can see walking through the picture here. Or was it just a confused lady in her nightgown that snuck onto the property without security noticing what was going on? In the end, we can all just speculate. Brian forwarded me this video, who was on his way to a friend's house on a random weekend. He spotted something really strange in the distance and decided to record the following events with his cell phone. Apparently, a figure has been seen with a very unusual look that even startled him. He was following that person a bit until he could not see him anymore. So he drove a notch further to get another and better look. The thing on the camera presents himself and comes closer.
You see that right there? see that? But they got like some weird bats or something.
Looks.
What the? Oh, what
It's
the?
not a mask.
Oh, what the?
The following was captured by a truck driver who was passing through Arizona at the night of this recording. It was pretty late at the time, and the man driving wasn't aware of anything strange happening, up until this very moment. He believes that he saw a child standing on the right side of the road, without any lights, and seemingly no reason at all. In his mind, the person was all grey looking, basically nothing that would remind him of a human person, which is why this encounter was extremely eerie for him. And why would anybody stand there in the midst of night? Not to mention that this is pretty dangerous, of course. Are we maybe looking at a spirit encounter? The man believes that this is very plausible. Unfortunately, it was never confirmed who or what exactly he had captured here that night. The next video was captured by Pedro and Hector Flores, and they were on a long road trip the following day. After a few hours, they noticed that there seemed to be an accident scene on the side of the road, and decided to record this encounter as soon as they passed by the side of the accident. The video is only a few seconds long. Take a look. You probably didn't notice anything strange, but let's take a closer look. A weird person can be seen in the back, right behind the train tracks. It turned out that, in fact, a fatal accident had occurred here. And some people believe that this could have been the manifestation of the driver that had left our world that day. Either that or an inexplicable creature. Do you think this could be the explanation for this sighting? I couldn't say. Maybe it was a ghost. Apparently there was no bystander crouching behind the train tracks at the time. So, what was it? Now could this be a glimpse of the spirit that was terrorizing this home? It certainly was no living person at the time, that's for sure. There's a lot of amazing investigations on the Foreman Brothers channel. Make sure to give them a visit. Erica has forwarded the next video and was supposedly captured by two friends. One of the two men was just having a phone call with a family member, when the other one was recording the road in front of them. The reason for this is unknown, unfortunately. What's interesting, however, is the movement pattern of a person walking by. It would appear that the upper body is bouncing in a way that does not look very human. I mean, look at that head. What could have caused this phenomenon? It's really strange to say the least, whatever it is that we are seeing here. The two men thought the same. This next clip was uploaded by user Sasha Essa. The clip was filmed during a late-night investigation in the Netherlands. The investigators stated that they believed that they were alone in the graveyard. However, as you can see in the next clip, they spot something or someone in the distance. The figure seems to be of a man, however, he appears and disappears seemingly out of nowhere. The thing appears to be very tall and pale, definitely very strange. Why would a person be wandering around at night without a flashlight or any type of light source? There seems to be more questions than answers here. What do you think? Ghostly figure, or just a tall man taking a walk alone in the dark cemetery? The following video was recorded by a trail cam that was mounted on a pole close to the owner's home. There were always weird noises that could be heard stemming from the local woods. Many legends were told about the infamous skinwalker that was supposed to roam this area, especially at night. The man had decided to mount this camera together with a floodlight for security purposes. And one night, it would appear that he finally caught something that he couldn't easily explain. A strange white creature appears on the right side of the screen and seems to be running through the picture in a pretty inhumane way. Look at its legs. It almost doesn't look human at all, wouldn't you agree? Some people say it almost looks as if that thing was stalking for prey. What an unsettling thought. Are we actually seeing a mysterious creature here? Or was it something way more unnerving? Please let me know what you think. To this day, the man has no idea what exactly was captured that night. Now we take a look at the case of Ashley Kettering, who is a young mother and realtor who shares her daily thoughts with the internet. However, something happened a couple of days ago, something that she couldn't explain, and that scared her and her kids quite a lot. For whatever reason, her CCTV camera captured something coming up the stairs from the basement, and she had no idea what was going on there. Apparently it was not a pet. I know, my first thought was a cat as well, but the family doesn't own any. So, where does that leave us? After realizing what they had caught, she places the camera right at the top of the stairs on one of the following nights, and captures this. Even if that is a cat, it looks pretty strange, semi-transparent, I don't know. But what followed should definitely rule out it being an animal. At least that is what your viewers believe. So, is this house haunted? A possible spirit? Looks almost like a lady in a nightgown, or a dress, or was it something else? The following TikTok, captured by the user Blissfully Ironic, features him and a friend one night as they were noticing something curious outside. Banging from in front of their house is what catches their attention initially. And probably the neighbor was complaining about them being too loud. But it might not have been the neighbor after all.
What is it? You want to hear that? There's like banging outside, but my neighbors with us or something. This are being too loud. My girlfriend?
What is this eerie shadow that they could capture just moments after leaving their house? Is it of paranormal nature? Well, guess we'll never know for sure.